Alright, today we are starting circles. There are several vocabulary words that you need to be familiar with as we are going throughout the circles, because if you're not totally sure what they mean, then you're going to have a hard time understanding the formula. Um, these words may not be quite as fresh as the words that go with area, perimeter, or surface area and volume. So we're going to get through that, and then I'll go through some practice showing you how to actually find the area and perimeter or the radius and diameter of a circle. So first you're going to follow along and fill in your notes as I go along. I have already filled them in, so you just need to fill in your blanks as I go along. A circle is our first definition, and a circle is a set of points that are the same distance from a fixed center point. The diameter is another word that you will see often. In the formula, it's just represented with the letter D, and it's a lowercase d. The diameter is any line segment that passes through the center of the circle, connecting 2 points of the circle. And the diameter, as you'll go throughout your circles, so you'll realize it's twice the size of the radius, which is the next definition we're going to go over. But first, I just want you to draw with me on here just a little example of what the diameter is, so that you have a visual reference to. So if you were to have a circle, and this was your center point, the diameter of this circle would be represented with a line that either goes this way through the center or up and down the other way. So if you just have that little representation, that might help you even when you're going back to reflect with your notes. So next we're going to go through what a radius is. A radius is any line segment that connects the center to a point on the circle, and it is half the size of the diameter. The difference between your diameter is that it connects 2 points, and the radius connects a point. That's going to be where the biggest difference and the biggest thing that you're going to have to remember. Diameter is a bigger one, and the radius is the little one. So just like we do our little pictures or representation for the diameter, I'm going to show you one with the radius. This is our circle, and this is just our little center point. If I were to show you the radius would just go from the diameter to any point on the edge of the circle. Notice how it is half of what the diameter would be, because it only goes halfway across. Alright. Other words that you need to be familiar with is a chord. A chord is a line segment that's connecting 2 points on the circle. And the big thing with this one is that it does not have to pass through the center point. You won't use this one quite as much, but it's good to just have this for reference. So if this were to be your circle, and this is your center point, your chord would be like a point over here. So here's a point, and here's another point, and the chord connects here, rather than coming anywhere close to the center. Alright, you also need to be familiar with the word area. Means, at this point, we've done it a couple times, so you should be pretty familiar with it. Area is the amount of space that's inside, and in this case, it's a circle. So for the area of a circle, it's going to be what is inside a circle. How much can you fit inside that circle? And your keyword is going to be something that is covering a circle shape. Circumference is the distance around the circle. So circumference is really just like a fancy word for perimeter of a circle. They will never refer to the perimeter of a circle as perimeter. They will always refer to it as circumference. So that's why you need to be familiar with that word and know that it really means the same thing as perimeter, but there's a little bit different way of finding it, which is how it comes to the name of circumference rather than perimeter. You also have this little friend here, pi, that you have had a little bit of introduction with, especially with like Pi Day and such, but you probably haven't used it too much. Well, you are going to use it now. Pi is what it is called, Pi, and it's represented with this symbol. And there is this symbol on your calculator, so that you can use that symbol rather than typing in the abbreviation, the abbreviated pi, which is 3.14. But pi is the ratio of the circumference to the diameter. And in some cases, you're going to have to be able to find pi. And in order to find pi, all you would do is you would take the circumference of the circle, and then you would divide that by the diameter of the circle that you've been given. And what this will equal is, this will always equal 3.14. However, whatever the numbers are, whatever the circumference is of that circle, whatever the diameter is of that circle, is going to be 3.14. And this part is not on your notes, but you need to find space, make space, and you need to write how you will find pi, because these questions, you will see these questions on your quiz or your SOL. And instead of writing this out, what you would probably really see is this is also, I believe, on your formula sheet. You'll see that pi equals, they'll just represent it with C over D. And that's what pi equals. Pi is just pretty easy. C over D, which is circumference divided by diameter. So it's not too terribly much. You're going to rely on the formulas for pi, you're going to rely on the formula for circumference, and you're going to rely on the formula for area of a circle a lot, so that you need to be familiar with how to use the formula sheet and what the letters stand for and what you're actually doing.